Imagine this, it's Friday night. You grab snacks, you open your TV, and without even thinking, your thumb automatically clicks one red icon Netflix. Not YouTube, not cable TV, not even the hundreds of streaming apps fighting for your attention. Just Netflix. But here's the crazy part, Netflix started with one simple idea, a company that mailed DVDs in red envelopes. No billion-dollar studios, no superheroes, no massive tech empire. And somehow this tiny DVD company became one of the most powerful entertainment brands on earth. So how did Netflix build such a strong global brand? And what business strategies turned it into a company that changed the way humanity watches entertainment forever? This story is insane. To understand Netflix, we need to go back to the 1990s. Back then, watching movies was painful. If you wanted a movie, you had to drive to a rental store, hope the movie was available, you have to rent it, you have to return it, and if you forget, you have to pay the late fees. People hated late fees, and one man hated them more than anyone else. That is Reed Hastings. The legend says he got charged a huge late fee after returning a movie too late, and that frustration sparked an idea. What if movie rentals were easier? That simple question became Netflix. At first, Netflix mailed DVDs directly to customers. No stores, no stress, no late fees. And this is the first genius business strategy. Solve a real pain point. Netflix didn't start by trying to become cool. It started by solving an annoying problem. Great businesses often become successful because they remove friction from people's lives. Uber removed the pain of finding taxis, Amazon removed the pain of shopping physically, and Netflix removed the pain of renting movies. Simple but powerful. Now here's where the story gets dramatic. In the early 2000s, Netflix was still small, very small. Meanwhile, Blockbuster was a giant. At its peak, Blockbuster had thousands of stores around the world. It dominated entertainment. And then something unbelievable happened. Netflix offered to sell itself to Blockbuster for just $50 million, and Blockbuster laughed. They literally rejected the deal. Today, Netflix is worth hundreds of billions. Blockbuster almost gone. That moment became one of the biggest business mistakes in history. But Netflix didn't win because it was lucky. It won because it saw the future before everyone else. Adapt before the market changes. Most companies react too late. Netflix didn't. While everyone focused on DVD rentals, Netflix was secretly preparing for streaming, and that changed everything. Because Netflix understood one powerful truth. Convenience beats tradition. Why drive to a store when you press one button and instantly watch anything? The moment internet speed improved, Netflix exploded, and suddenly entertainment became instant. But streaming alone wasn't enough, because lots of companies can stream movies. So why do people stay obsessed with Netflix? Because Netflix mastered psychology. Every part of Netflix is designed to keep you watching. That is autoplay, personalized recommendations, and the famous next episode button. Even the thumbnails change depending on your behavior. Yes, Netflix literally shows different cover images to different people. If you like romance, it may show romantic scenes. If you like action, it shows explosions. That's not random. That's data. Use data better than everyone else. Netflix studies viewer behavior obsessively. What people watch, when they stop watching, what they replay, which actors attract attention, and this data helps Netflix make smarter decisions than traditional TV companies. Instead of guessing what people want, Netflix watches human behavior in real time, and that's a superpower. Then Netflix made its boldest move ever. It stopped depending on Hollywood and started creating its own content. At first, people thought this was crazy. Why would a streaming company spend billions making shows? Then Netflix released shows like Stranger Things, Money Heist, Squid Game, and Wednesday, and suddenly Netflix wasn't just an app anymore. It became a cultural phenomenon. People around the world were talking about the same shows, making memes, posting reactions, and creating fan theories. Netflix turned entertainment into internet culture. Create originals people can't ignore. Exclusive content creates loyalty. If people can only watch their favorite shows on your platform, they stay. And Netflix did something even smarter. It created global content. A Korean show became a worldwide hit as Spanish shows exploded internationally. Netflix proved that great storytelling works in every language, and that's how it became a global brand, not by forcing American culture everywhere, but by bringing global stories to everyone. Here's something most businesses still don't understand. Netflix is not competing against TV, it competing against sleep, against TikTok, against YouTube, against gaming, against every app fighting for your attention. And Netflix knows attention is the most valuable currency in the modern world. That's why its platform feels effortless. You don't think, you just watch. One episode becomes three becomes an entire season, and suddenly it's 3 am. That experience is carefully engineered. Make the experience frictionless. The easier something feels, the more people use it. Netflix loads fast, works on every device, remembers where you stopped, suggests what to watch next. No confusion, no effort. The best businesses remove thinking, and Netflix mastered that. So, why is Netflix such a powerful global brand? Because it didn't just sell entertainment, it sold convenience, emotion, escape, and habit. Netflix understood human behavior better than most companies. It adapted faster, used data smarter, created unpredictable content, and made watching entertainment incredibly easy. That's why a company that once mailed DVDs ended up changing global culture forever. And maybe the craziest part is Netflix is still evolving, because in business, standing still is the fastest way to disappear. Just ask Blockbuster. Remember, you are not just watching a streaming app, you are watching one of the smartest business empires ever built.